So I just had a moment again with the ghetto people talking very loud right by my door. In the very moment I press record, they disappear instantly. So I you hear 'em? um like why everybody decide to have conversations right by my hotel room door? Um why can't they go like by their room or the front desk or something or in the parking lot or something? Why right by my door? So but then everybody has more common sense than I do. So I just lost a subscriber and it probably was that DJ person. Made sure he was the first to unsubscribe plus give me a thumbs down. Um, you know, on the most previous video that I did before this one. And then it's like I'm just sitting here feeling like I had a rough day today because of what he did. Like he ruined my day. And then um also it made me upset that people on Twitter who claim to be Christian and targeted, yeah, those are the worst. It's like all these fake narcissistic abusers who lie and say that they're Christian and target individuals just so they can feel special and feel good and try to gain narcissistic supply. You know, at this moment, I'm sitting here feeling like I don't have really anybody, but I guess that must not be true because I had a little help. You know, but thanks for the few people who did help me out and who don't have a problem with helping me out. And another thing that DJ person said I forgot to say is he's like, well, you supposed to wait till after you finish your book and then you put out samples, you know. So it's like I'm doing this bit by bit. Um, that's why I said that I'm not gonna make it formal and charge any money unless you want to donate because um you know because I don't want to do it the traditional way, And then it's like my mind is foggy. I can't think properly. Whether I do it traditionally or not, um, the gang stalkers are gonna interfere with it like they did last night. And I bet you while they're doing the torture and cruelty, they sit there and laugh, you know. And I just feeling very down and kicked down that a couple of so-called Christian targeted individuals got hateful and unfollowed me on Twitter for no reason at all. And then there was this person in the UK that, I forgot how many followers she has on Twitter, but she had like over 5,000. It was a lot. Maybe 55,000 or something, or 5,000. I don't remember. It was a lot. But she felt like she had nobody. And I try to reach out to her and be supportive, despite what I'm going through. And she's like, I can't accept emails, sorry. She just felt like she just had it. And because somebody supposedly attacked her, um, you know, and then this guy came and like tried to bully me and say, well, what are you emailing my sister for? What do you want? I don't remember exactly what he said, but he sounded like angry and bullying, when I was just trying to reach out to her and be supportive. She said that she had been a victim of, she said she has like a mild learning disability and been a victim of repeated abuse growing up herself, So me being also a victim of repeated abuse, it sounds like she went through worse than I did. But you know, I'm just, having, feeling like I'm having a rough day and feeling like I ain't got nobody, you know, and feeling just depressed and upset and those feelings again, you know, and, feeling unmotivated to write my book. It seems like as if people are saying all these things on purpose to deter me from writing my book. I just want to put it online for free and just be liberal with it, because I feel like if I go through the so-called traditional way, where the way other humans say you have to do it, then the process is going to take longer. It's going to be more stressful. Um, there are other people who put uncopyrighted, just free literature online too. Me just wanting to be nice, and I don't know why people feel like I have to copyright it. I have to go through an editor. I have to have illustration. It's like y'all bastard, y'all just want me to spend more money, you know. So I mean, I really hate it when, especially when somebody's younger than me, and make it like as if act like they think they have more knowledge and common sense than I do, and make me feel just like a big fucking dummy. Make me feel like I don't know shit. But then I'm always hearing about how I'm a beautiful soul and how I'm highly intelligent and stuff like that. Well, why, if I'm so intelligent, why you treat me like I'm slow? Or if you tell me, oh, you're an angel, I truly believe you're God. I mean, they'll say something like, oh, look at this. That's on purpose. That's probably not even. He probably doesn't even live here. So it's like, yeah, he's doing that on purpose. Because when it comes to a quiet vehicle, it's like they just park and then get the hell out and go about their business. But when it comes to something that's loud, it's like they keep on having to repark and do this and do that on purpose for no reason. And it shouldn't take a it should take a new car. I mean, a raggedy truck should be just as quick and efficient as a. Why the hell you gotta keep moving? I think they do that on purpose. See again. So um, they're distracting me on purpose. I don't even have to go outside. As I said, why all these? Get the hell away from my door. Watch this. Everybody being all loud. Why y'all? Why y'all freaking Yep, that's Miss Mary talking to somebody right out front my door. The soulless Mary. You know, so I don't know if that's deliberate. Yeah, trying to distract my conversation. I mean my phone. I mean my video. So um I forgot what I was trying to say, but it's like, but you tell me I'm not targeted or that I'm the perp. Yeah, that soulless evil bitch Miss Mary that works at the front desk. Um, Shucks. So it's like, um, if I wasn't trying to concentrate on something, they wouldn't be by my door having a conversation. So it's like I feel like as if I'm so hated by the so-called targeted individual community. I mean, I've seen people give Chief Handler more respect. Chief Handler found, I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, but Chief Handler found my blog and said that, sorry, but only Alex Dupree gets my money, you know. So I don't even know if Chief Handler and Vice Handler are the same person, but they seem like they have different personalities or talk or act different. The way they type doesn't seem similar, you know. So, or I think it was probably Stars 15K impersonating Chief Handler because and Alex hasn't fucked with me in a while. I just saw him last Saturday and last Sunday, but 2 days in a row, but he didn't tell me anything, you know. So that's why I say if the gang stalking perps feel like I don't deserve help or trying to block me from getting help or have remarks to say about me having trying to get help, why are targeted individuals, if y'all are really targeted, knowing how we blacklisted and blocked from everything, and you falsely accuse me of wanting to suffer or falsely accuse me of enjoying my predicament just because, you know, I'd rather stay to myself because I'm tired of the narcissistic abuse and I'm tired of being controlled. And I just want. I'm 36 years old. I deserve to have my freedom. 17 and 18-year-olds got more freedom than I do. Even 14-year-olds have more freedom than I do. You know, that people have to know where I'm at all times, but at the same time, nobody's thinking about me, nobody cares about me, or nobody worries about me. And you drill that in my head about how nobody gives a fuck about me. Narcissistic, ghetto narcissist, will say it like that, how nobody give a fuck about me. So, um, it's like, I guess, I mean, I tweeted on Twitter, I better not go to any of those rallies, the targeted individual rallies, because I guess people, the so-called targeted individual community, they hate me so much. I bet you if I go there, I get jumped or everybody might throw stones at me or something. And I say, Chief Handler, he get more love and respect than I do. you know, that's like when a targeted individual or they take up for and defend a perp, but a so-called Christian will defend. Forget an unbeliever. They'll take up for the actions of the cruel acts that a satanic person does to me. They'll defend that person and say that they're right, and I'll be like, well, whose side are you on? I really do feel ignored and feel like nobody's really listening to me, or they're purposely not trying to understand me. And it's like I've explained myself in my videos, and then the same narcissistic abusers who purposely try to not understand you, and then they turn around and condemn me, saying that I say the same thing over and over again. You know, but then it's okay for them to play dumb and act like they don't understand, but they're purposely not trying to understand. You know, but I'm tired of everybody trying to play Lord over my life, and I just want my freedom and independence. You know, I don't want to have to beg or ask for anything. You know, and if I do my book, is there a law that says, I mean, I see other people doing it, posting free fiction or nonfiction. They post it online, you know. But I'm the stupid one if it doesn't get copyrighted. But then if it does get copyrighted and I try to take the thief to court, then, you know, the judge, you know, is not going to do anything anyway. Whether it's copyrighted or not, it seems like the perps have ways of hijacking, you know. Like they just made, when I started chapter 12 on my book, they had my left foot vibrating the whole time. And then, you know, when I started on chapter 12 on my book, it's like they deliberately and on purpose made it erase, you know, which really, it was stressful and upsetting to me, you know. And I have to start this all over again. So it's okay for everybody else to try to make a living. I'm trying to be creative, and I don't want to be controlled. And then if I say that I don't want to be controlled, then a narcissistic control freak fake hypocrite will be like, well, I have to hear lectures of, they want to start using Bible scriptures to attack me. And it's like, wow, y'all want me to go to hell. Y'all want me to turn away from the Bible. Stop trying. It's not your place or authority to try to condemn me and put me down. You know, or it's like they'll always try to tell you what the Bible says. But look, you need to go back and read the end of Romans chapter 1 and the beginning of Romans chapter 2 to point out your hypocrisy, you know. So, I mean, I've even seen so-called Christians who clearly care more about animals than another human, you know, and they'll say something like how a homeless person is a sociopath who burned all their bridges. Like, how do you know that? So, I mean, they'll use that to justify not helping you. And all these, even if you're not Christian, if you're a so-called new age spiritual kind of person, who's, whether you smoke weed or not, because not all new age spiritual people smoke weed, but you claim to be positive. If there's another guy who followed me too, talking about bekind.com and talking about spreading positive vibes and stuff, but I never offended you or anything like that, at least never directly, and you just unfollow me without cause. And when you unfollow or block me without cause on Twitter for no reason, and then you talk about spreading positivity and love and light. And I experienced that in 2011 and 2012. I didn't realize there was a whole bunch of new agers who call themselves targeted individuals. They were popular and well liked, and it was back in 2000. I didn't realize I was considered targeted too, but they were all when I was on Twitter, and I, you know, called my Twitter name at Nayoka Rodriguez. That's my Facebook name now, you know. But that's one of the characters in my book, you know, but not the main character, you know, in the fiction book, you know. So it's like, so everybody's hated and ignored me on Twitter, even in 2011 and 2012. And they all talk about spreading love and light and live, love, laugh, and you know, positivity and stuff, when they just ignored me Like one guy, he claimed to be a targeted individual, and he was with that fake New Age cult. I mean, I became targeted, I guess, getting out of a New Age cult, but I guess I was been targeted. But he claimed to be a targeted individual, and he said that he got into a car accident, that the perps caused him to get into a car accident at exactly 11:11 a.m. And what he did was he was you know when I tried to reach out to him, he was talking to everybody except me and ignoring me. And I think eventually got hateful and just straight blocked me for no reason. And then I remember, like in 2009 or something, there was a boy at my school who got shot and killed, and his sister. I mean, I went to school with both of them. Plus, they had more siblings, and the sister kept. I think I remember she kept ignoring me, but responded to everybody else. You know, when I was concerned, try to reach out and show concern. My own cousin, Whore Rebecca, the stank whore Lanika of the mentally slow, crazy biological family, Whore Rebecca was accepting everybody else offer for support and love when she got shot in the leg. But when I called her, I'm her freaking cousin. I called her and she said, "Who is this?" And then hung up in my face for no reason. Still to this day, she younger than me and thinks she has authority over me, and she hates me so much that I'm forbidden to have her phone number. I'm forbidden to know where she lives at. And I was living locally in New Orleans with her. you know, but my family really feel like they can handpick who's related to them based on either your skin color or how much of a so-called thug you think you can be, and they're crippled up and retarded and crazy themselves and don't know how to be a real thug. You know, so now it seems like it's quieted down some. Um, I really think Miss Mary at the front desk, the black lady Miss Mary, I thought she was just a narcissistic abuser, but she's a soulless perp with no feelings. No feelings, no emotion at all. And she criminally, illegally, and undeservingly drives around in a black Cadillac. A black Cadillac car, you know. Shucks, I thought if you work at a hotel or something, or a motel, this cheap motel, I thought that you get paid like minimum wage or something, or maybe a little bit higher than minimum wage. You know, I'm supposed to be try again to work on my book today. It seems like they want to try to silence me. I'm tired of having to repeat myself over and over again in my videos. I'm getting stressed out, like as if people purposely not trying to understand me. You know, it's like people always aggressively demand an answer for my personal business, but then those same people who try to bully, harass, and lecture me and say that they refuse to associate with me because I quote unquote tell all my business, you know. So it really feels like as if everybody is God over me. Like I'm the only one on the face of this earth that's subhuman, you know. Now everybody's gone. Well, not gone, but you know, the vehicles are still here, but you know, nobody's talking loud right by my door. You know, I guess she put me right by the stairwell, right by where all the traffic is, people walking up and down stairs and stuff. You know, last night was a little noisier than last night. I'm sorry, last night was a little noisier than the night before, you know. So, the first night, it was peaceful and quiet, and I slept really well, except I was waking up every 2 hours to go use the bathroom. But last night was one of those nights I don't remember falling asleep, being asleep, or waking up. And then got up with the, you know, being out of breath and feeling a sleep deprived feeling and have a lot of pressure on my chest. I can't even function. See, there they go again. How is it that they come back? And they stand right by my door. So, shucks, I didn't want to say this, but I'm kind of, well, I don't want to say it because it's private, but um, it's like I'm calling myself feeling comfortable, like as if I would be at home. You know, I don't want to tell TMI, so let me be quiet. But, I'm trying to work. I'm just bothered by so much. You know, um, I'm just bothered by so much. Um, and my chest is kind of hurting. I feel a lot of pressure on my chest, and it's like my chest feels oxygen deprived. Um, and if I try to go take a nap, I can't sleep. Whether I have my earphones or not, still can't sleep. You know, um, some people try to make it like as if other targeted individuals are mind controlled into treating each other so horribly and fighting and warring against each other and stuff. But I really think these bastards try to, they act a certain kind of mean on their own free will. I don't think that Samantha lady from New Jersey was mind controlled into telling me that stank whore Lanika and her family have a right to sue me. That came from her. That she wasn't mind controlled into saying that. That come from her own opinion. So why does my life have to be centered around rules and regulations that I have to follow while everybody else is free to do things how they want? You know. And then I see narcissistic abusers, like narcissists are showing themselves with their masks. Like they act like as if wearing a coronavirus mask is like a popularity contest and try to act like they try to outdo each other on how fancy their mask can be or whose mask can be more expensive and stuff like that. Some of them are free enough that they don't have to wear a mask, but others they self-righteously wear one just to try to look special or important or something, you know. But there are a lot of people who are not narcissistic abusers and they know the agenda. They know the sinister agenda in fighting against the forced mask wearing, But I'm thankful to know the truth and stuff like that. But I'm just saying, like, some narcissistic abusers, they'll have no face mask while trying to tell me I better wear a mask or else I'll go to jail. I'm like, well, you put on your mask first and then you tell me to put on my mask, okay? Then shut the hell up and leave me alone and mind your business and get the hell away from me, So, I'll see y'all later. Bye.